You talked about ideally a rotation of 8 heading into the postseason. That's what Jay Wright has. 8 players, all of whom play between 19 and 32 minutes per game. And you can bring the likes of Antonio Pena, Corey Stokes, their best shooter, has just came in off the bench. That's him with the ball. So Jay Wright has a very desirable rotation right now with this group.
Look at the way they share the ball, man. Everybody gets a touch.
Reynolds the miss. Rebound Marquette. Here comes Matthews, who's been involved early.
And Marquette has to be careful. They don't want to settle just for jump shots. You know, you got Jimmy Butler inside who can be a threat down low. He's got the matchup with Shane Clark. You got Burke who can be a conduit. He's not necessarily a guy that's going to score points for you, but if it goes inside out, you get a better opportunity on your perimeter game.
Butler off to Kubian. Corner pass to Matthews. Shot clock at 7. Inside to Butler, who's fouled and will shoot a pair.
Much better possession by Marquette on the pass.
A step aside here in the midst of our 2nd of 4 quarterfinals from the Garden today. The winner to advance to take on Louisville in the semis tomorrow night. 2 talented teams in Villanova and Marquette having at it. The Wildcats up early by 6. Len Elmore takes us inside the play.
Well, they're going to surround him. You take a look right here at Dante Cunningham as he gets the ball here. Take a look. There he is now. As he makes that move, you take a look at the defenders that come around him. Once he gets in the paint, he got 3 guys around him, and that's what Dante Cunningham has to be cognizant of. Another look right here. He receives. He gets in the paint. That's when Marquette has to deal with him. They don't have the size to dominate him. They're all around the same size. Cunningham's 6'8", and the guys around him, Burke, and the guards are smaller. But in the end, it's about getting the ball out of his hands.
Let's go to Alan Hopkins for more.
Coach Wright told me earlier today that he nor the team is surprised by the season Dante is having because of the work you just saw there, but also because of his attitude. He wanted to come into the preseason and practice like a dominant player, and that's what he did. And he's able to carry that around also to his games. And one thing you know, that if he continues to be a dominant player, Len and Dan, then they have a good chance of not only winning this Big East championship, they also have a chance to get back to the Sweet 16, something they did a year ago.
Well, it's interesting that in talking to Jay Wright, when they first recruited Dante Cunningham, Jay Wright would tell you he thought he had a general, but Dante started out as a soldier.
That's right.
But as you saw the progression in his improvement, he ultimately has become the general right now. Not as vocal, but certainly lets his play do the talking.
But again, when he came in, it was the team with Alan Ray and Randy Foy and Kyle Lowry. They were a guard-dominated team, and Cunningham deferred to the guards and to the older players, but has really grown into his own and become one of the best big men in the Big East. Scoring up 6 points per game for Dante Cunningham.
And we saw, again, from his freshman year up until now, it's just been steady progression. Those are the last 2 years.
Cunningham back into the game for Clark. 5-point lead for Villanova. They split the 2 regular season meetings. And if we had a technical foul assessed against Buzz Williams of Marquette. Corey Stokes will shoot the free throws.
Buzz usually a model of decorum. Looked like a choir boy right there after the tech was called. No complaints. Yeah. Smile.
It's March. It's the Big East Championship. Buzz Williams, who started off his coaching career as an assistant at Navarro Junior College in Texas, was at UT Arlington, Colorado State, among other places, an assistant to Billy Gillespie at Texas A&M, the head coach for 1 year at the University of New Orleans, an assistant for 1 year to Tom Crean at Marquette, and now the head man there. A workaholic. Guy who was renowned for, when he was younger, having the names and addresses of 425 collegiate coaches around the country, wrote them weekly letters, just updating them on his progress, trying to learn anything from them that he could, reads voraciously about coaches and their thought processes. Jimmy Butler will shoot a couple. Junior college player who has become better and better and more important for the Golden Eagles over the course of the season.
Yeah, he's provided a major inside presence on the offensive end. Again, not in the conventional post-up way, But just a way to be able to handle the ball, get into the paint, use his athleticism to create problems, and certainly get out on the break as he did.
You see the numbers from yesterday against St. John's, and just last week Butler had a double-double against Syracuse, so 2 big games in a row for Butler.
He's a guy, you look at his